Hey everyone, today we are going to show you how to use the large and small functions in Excel. And the large and small functions make it very easy to find the larger data points or the smaller data points on a range of data. A lot of times we just think of a max or a min when we're trying to find the top point of data or the bottom point of data, but this will make it really easy to find a higher range if we're looking to do that in terms of like rankings or whatnot. And so we'll go ahead and get started here. What we have is just some dummy data of different salespeople and the number of sales they generated in a given time frame. So first of all, if we want to see who the top salesperson was, all we have to do is go ahead and do equals large, then hit tab, and it's going to ask for the array. The array is the data range in which you will identify the first or second or third place salesperson for that given time frame. So we'll just go ahead and select that top cell there, hit Control Shift down arrow. It's going to highlight all the data. And we're going to go ahead and make this an absolute reference, or hit F4 there. And then we'll do a comma. And now it's going to ask us for K, which is the number, like which number do you want to find or which place. So we're going to go ahead and, because this is the first place, we're just going to hit number 1, and it's going to pull back the highest sales number for us. So we'll go ahead, hit close parentheses, hit enter, and it gives us 94, saying the first place score was 94. So we can kind of just eyeball check it there, and it does look like 94 was the top choice. So that's great. So we know that one works. So we'll go ahead. We're just going to drag this down because it's an absolute reference. It has all that same data in there. But now what we want to do in order to find the second place is take that K number. So we no longer want to find the first place number. We want to find the second place number. So by doing that K, whatever number we put in for K, it's going to pull that ranked position. So we're just going to put second there. It's pulling 88. It looks like, just eyeballing it, that's the next highest sales completed. And we can go ahead and even do that for third place. And we'll just go ahead and manually input third place. And so just like that, it's able to give us those different ranked pieces, give us our top 3 just like that. If we want to look at our last place in terms of 14, 15, 16, what we can do is I'm just going to go ahead and drag it down rather than do like last as a 1, because we're still using the large function, so it's still ranking it from top to bottom. We would just have to go enter 14. For 15th place, we're going to do 15, and then 16th place, which is last place, we are going to do 16. So we can see the top performers and our bottom performers. However, if we want to kind of do the inverse of what we just did, we just use the large function. If we want to use the small function and rank them from bottom to top, we can go ahead and do equals small. We're going to hit tab there, and then it's going to ask us for the array. So the array would just be that same range of data. So Control Shift down arrow, make that an absolute value. So 4, and then we're going to hit comma. So now it's asking us K. So we know last place is 16th, but now that we're doing the small function, again, it's doing the opposite. If you think of ascend versus descend, it's doing the descend version now, where the bottom is kind of the baseline going upwards. So we'll go ahead and just put 1 and close parentheses, and it gives us 51. So we can even check with what we did up above, and we do know that is the worst sales performance. So we know that works. So we can go ahead, and now we can just drag this down and to find the second worst score. Again, we can put number 2 as K because we're looking for the second ranked worst score. We'll hit enter there, and then it's going to give us 52. So we know that that's the case there as well. And then we'll go ahead and drag down one more time. And then we are going to put that as third. And so right now we have our worst performing salespeople, so we can go ahead and identify who those people are. And so just like that, using the large and small functions, we're able to, again, identify those top positions or top data points or bottom data points in a data range. And so these functions can be very powerful, very useful, and can give you a lot more versatility than just the max min Excel formulas. And so I hope this was helpful. Please let me know if you have any additional questions or if you'd like to see any other videos, and please remember to subscribe to the Excel Guy. Thanks and have a great day.